kitty. Look who's here. All our fans are out there. Well, it looks like 2021 is coming to an end, and like many people in the knife community on YouTube, I thought I would break out and show you some of my favorite knives for 2021. All of these knives have been displayed at one time or another on the channel already in this year, but what the heck, I thought break out and show some of the favorite knives from 2021 that I came across. Some of them are a little silly. Some of them just really just kind of made me happy in the moment and everything. So I thought I would start off with one of those right to begin with, and that is the one you see right in front of you there. Is that store display knife, or that salesman display knife from Akoi River, the 8-inch Sunfish. For comparison, there's your typical 4 1/4-inch Sunfish, and there's your baby Sunfish, and there is the 8-inch one you see behind there. So really big knife with that big old massive spear blade, nice and shiny mirror polish and everything. Wonderful handles. And then you got the pin blade. Yeah, the pin blade. Remember comparing that to the spear blade on your regular Sunfish. So really big knife, really fun knife too. And got it for a song at Swaparama, so I can't argue with that one. It's just a really fun knife. So that was one of my favorites for the year. I enjoyed reviewing it. I enjoyed showing it. Just a really cool knife. Another cool one was my red Alox Hunter Pro by Victorinox. I finally went and picked that one up. I've been looking at the Hunter Pro for a while. I don't have the clip on there, but I do have the clip to the side. Really nice knife. I just like the way the blade looks. Great shape going on with it. It's got the mid-lock feature there. You know, a little on the expensive side, but still, I really liked it, and I'm glad I picked it up. And I wanted something for my, you know, I needed it for my red Alox collection. I'm collecting the Victorinox knives and red Alox, so I just had to go ahead and grab that one. And lest we forget, I also picked up the Victorinox Wine Master, which is really a fantastic knife. This is the first 120 millimeter one that I picked up, and I really like it. Got the wonderful blade there going on. You've got the push your dummy shield that moves the lock over. See, the blade locks. This releases the lock by pushing down the shield. You've got the little label cutter over there, and then the corkscrew, the cap lifter, and the lever for the corkscrew. Really great knife. Definitely a little on the pricey side, but I really am glad I got it. I picked it up in the olive wood, so it fit my Victorinox collection. It fit my bartender knives, and it also fit into the picnic knife category, and also the olive wood category. So fills a lot of categories in my collection. So I was really glad to get that one too, the Victorinox Wine Master. We'll come back to the other Victorinox knives in a little bit. Let's move on to something else. And that would be the Cub Lockback, or the Squirrel Hunter. I actually managed to get an original Squirrel Hunter from Edgemark, the Gutman company. See their Squirrel Hunter, the 11120. Now these are the knives that I've said many a times I really like them. I originally ran into them in the Rough Rider lineup, but I found out that Colt made them before Rough Rider did, and the pattern has just been around a long time. And is it a Kershaw possibly also made a knife very similar to this? So I don't know, just a really cool pattern. I've been exploring the history of it, and it's just been really fascinating and a lot of fun. So it's just really made me appreciate the Cub Lockbacks or the Squirrel Hunters more. So anytime I can learn about a new knife, it's always fun. So I really like that, finding out about the Edgemark Squirrel Hunter. Now, Case has been catching crap from all sorts of people this year, but not for me. I'm still a big Case fan, and I was lucky enough to find another one of the Scout Juniors this year. This one is in the Autumn Bone Barn Board Jig, something like that. I did a video on it, but just one of my favorite Case knives to come across, and just a pattern that I really like. I wish they would do it again, but from what I understand, these knives were actually made by Queen, not by Case. So the chances of them showing up again in Case, in the Case lineup, are pretty much slim and none. But never say never. You never know. Maybe it'll show up again. But the Case Scout Junior that I came up with is really one of my favorites that I got this year. I also managed to pick up quite a bit of Case Stag, but this one was one of my favorites. And speaking of Case, another one of my favorites was the Strawberry Jig Bone one. That's a Shepherd Hills exclusive. This is in the 18 pattern, and this one was made in 2021, so that's pretty cool. And you see the pattern number right there, the 6318 PU and CV, chrome vanadium, and the PU stands for punch blade. So managed to grab one of those again. I really like the Case Stockmans, especially with the punch blade, and so this was a really great one to find. So glad they came out with it again. I don't know how often Shepherd Hills comes out with a new Case knife with a punch blade, but I hope to see more of those in the near future too. Returning back to Victorinox, I really like the Lucky Cat one that came out this year. I did a pretty extensive video on this about what the Lucky Cat was and everything else, and so I'll try and link to the videos in the description for all of these knives. But this one was a really fun knife for me, and also it's just fun to make the video about it. So, and well, it's got a little white cat on it, so why wouldn't I want this one? So I like the Lucky Cat, and then that got me to get the other one over here, which is the little Japanese doll that also has the Lucky Cat on the back side. So got both of those knives this year. This one was an older one, and I managed to get it at a really good price, so that was also good. Now I'm knocking everything over, but there you go. The my Lucky Cat knives were pretty cool to get. All right, not going to stand up. Maybe through the magic of editing. Well, the magic of editing worked out great. Now all the knives are nicely displayed. We have them all showing and ready to move on to the next one, which was, I think they called it Bomber or something like this. This is a Brian Wellhoit design from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it's supposed to represent a World War II bomber, and it's got the wonderful star there from World War II, and you got the backside there. It originally came on a Tinker frame, but I wasn't crazy about the Tinker, so I swapped the scales and I made it into a Huntsman. So I've got the scissors. I've got the file. I'm sorry, the wood saw. You know, the small blade, the big blade, the can opener, the cap lifter. I've got the corkscrew. I've added the little eyeglasses mini screwdriver. I have the parcel hook or universal hook, whatever they call it these days, and the punch blade on there. And it's just well, went from a boring tinker to a huntsman with the World War II bomber shield. So that really made me happy because I liked the shields and everything. I thought I did a really good video with this knife too, so that was fun too. Okay, will I be able to stand this up over here? I doubt it, but we'll try. Come on, you got to be in the picture. Don't knock everything over. Got just a couple more I want to show. Obviously, one of my favorite knives that I got this year was the Shatton Morgan large toothpick. And this thing is just a beautiful. This is in the File and Wire series. I talked a little bit about what that meant. You got the worm groove going on here. Just really a beautiful knife. See there, it was made in Titusville, Pennsylvania. So these were made by Queen. But man, look at that blade. Beautiful blade. Beautiful blade. Just a all-around fantastic knife. So I was really happy to get that one. My File and Wire Shatton Morgan. Obviously, some of these knives were more on the expensive side than others. But maybe that's part of why they're my favorites. But really, this year, with the exception of some of the older Rough Riders I bought and some of the Sunfish knives I bought by Rough Rider and stuff, I just was kind of disappointed overall with Rough Rider. A lot of that I'm sure had to do with the big R, but I don't know. It's just it wasn't a pattern that I was looking at a lot of. So these were the knives that I ended up picking up quite a few of. Now I do have one that I got from Marbles that was also a large toothpick, and that's the one that is in the I don't know what they call it, the cut white marble, something like that. But you see, it's got like a checkered bone or a gunstock bone kind of a pattern going on there with all the checkering in there. But it's supposed to be pearl, and it's a Marbles toothpick. This was an older one that I had been looking for some time and finally managed to find. So that was a pretty cool one. And I got this one, I think, through Blade Matrix. And I got it for the original list price, which was really good. So that was a good one that I found. And then we all know about the Spyderco Dragonfly tattoo that I got. And really, I'm happy that I finally broke down and bought this knife. The Spyderco Dragonfly tattoo. I think of all the knives showing here, this is probably the one that I most recently reviewed too, but it is one of my favorite knives from 2021. Now, there's two other knives that I also got, but I think I'm going to have to be very careful when I'm showing them. Both of these are fixed blades, and they were just fun knives that I picked up that, you know, I got the first one and it's like, man, I really like that. And that's this was not the first one, but this was one of the many Damascus steel, and I use quotes when I'm saying that because it's really some kind of inexpensive pattern welded steel out of Pakistan, but it's a push dagger. This one has a wonderful olive wood little grip going on and feels really great in the hand. I did a couple videos on these push daggers, and I really like them. This was the last of the ones I picked up out of Pakistan. I've actually given most of them away. I kept the first one I bought, and I kept this one. The other ones I've given away to people because, well, they seemed interested in it when they saw it, and they said, "Hey, you like it? Take it." and they were really interested then. So I've only got 2 of those left, and I'm keeping them both. Don't plan on buying another one, but I do have that other push dagger that I showed earlier, and I'll have to break that out now. And magically, the huntsman just jumped right back up. It wasn't that cool. In any case, the other knife I picked up is the Robbins Dudley trench dagger. This is a replica of ones that were used in World War One. I also bought a new sheath for it. This is the better quality sheath that came with this knife, and this is a replica of it made by Steel Crafts in India. See there, down there it says made in India. Not a sharp edge going on there, but definitely a pointy blade and everything, and just the kind of culmination of the push dagger as it appeared during World War One, and what soldiers would have ended up doing is sharpening the front of this if they wanted to, or they could have kept it dull back here, however they wanted to do it. But there you have it. That's another one that I saw it because I was so interested in push daggers this year. I had to get one of these, and not at all disappointed in it. Will I be continuing to buy push daggers? Probably not. What I think I'm probably going to be mostly concentrating on next year is, well, obviously Swiss Army knives, and you can see I have quite a few of them here that I was really happy with. I can't wait to find out what this year's Classic SD limited editions are going to be. I want to see what those are. I'm also going to be looking at more large toothpicks. I definitely will be looking for more of those. And case will always be on my mind, so I'll be looking at more WR Case and Son knives. And I'm hoping to find a few more Smoky Mountain Knife Works brands like the Rough Riders that I'm going to be happy with. I was really not too crazy about most of the releases in the Rough Rider Reserve lineup. I'm hoping that they solve the issues with those, and I'm really hopeful that that series will improve so that it's worth the price. I know some people think it's already worth the price. I'm not one of them. So I'm hoping for some improvement in the Rough Rider Reserve lineup. And I'm also hoping that more Rough Rider knives show up in handle materials that I'm interested in. More bone handles and things of that nature. I'm not interested in all the micarta. And I might be looking at a few more Spydercos. We'll see. I definitely like the Dragonfly 2. I've been looking at possibly getting the Mannix 2. We'll see. But beyond that, you probably won't see much in the world of modern folders from me. And I'm still going to be out there looking for some of the quirky knives that I really like to find once in a while. I know there's not a lot of quirky knives here other than the large Sunfish and the little cub lockback, but I'm hoping to find a few more off the beaten path patterns out there. I'm also going to, well, I don't know what else I'm going to be doing, but in any case, I think I've rambled on enough about these knives, and well, I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my favorite knives for 2021. And if you want to do the same thing, please go ahead and do it, because I tell you what, everyone likes to see them, and I especially like to see them. And what I will try and do, like I said, is get links to all of these in the description below. With that said, I'll let you go. Well, now if that wasn't the cat's meow, I don't know what else I can do. Hope you enjoyed the show. And if you really enjoyed the show and want to know what's coming up next, go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell. Kitty says hi. Talk to you again soon.